Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We have some 1995 Lincoln 1 cent coins here, the Lincoln penny. And here's one over here on the left, and that is the 1995 Philadelphia. We see no mint mark. Over here on the right, we see the 1995 Denver coin. At Philadelphia in 1995, they made 6.4 billion, and in Denver they made 7.128 billion. So 13.5 billion between the two mints. It says, "In God we trust" at the top, Liberty behind Lincoln, 1995 down here under his chin. And this one is one of the ones that you want to look for. Oh, look what we got underneath there. We have a bunch of the uncirculated ones, but I want to start with this one. So in 1995, on the Philadelphia coin, they had a couple of double die versions that were pretty famous and worth quite a bit of money. So if you can find the 1995 double die, where should you look? Well, you should look at the G, and we were looking at that G, and we were seeing nothing on this one. They did a good job with the letters on this one. And we're seeing nothing on the Liberty down here. And on both of these, that's where you would see it. When we look this deep, you see some really nice patina here. And what you really not see in a patina, it looks like a patina. What you're seeing is the copper, thin copper cladding wearing off, and we're getting down into the zinc. So these, in 1992, the United States switched over to, instead of a copper-based brass kind of penny with a little bit of zinc or tin in it, they switched over to a zinc penny with a little bit of copper on the outside. If we tip it up on the edge, we see it's a smooth edge coin. And we get on the back, we see it's the Lincoln Monument. You won't find any of the double die reverses that I'm aware of in 1995. It says United States of America here, 1 cent down here at the bottom. Way down in there you see Lincoln. Over here you see an F and a G for Frank Gasparo, who was the engraver of this coin. And up here you see this is really close to one of those ones where the roof is floating. But it's not quite floating. And it's really only floating looking because it wore out. But sometimes in these coins you'll find a floating roof. Not necessarily in 1995, but always look up there where these lines come down, because sometimes it doesn't strike quite right. E dot pluribus dot unum dot here, and then there's this really fun little O up here for United States of America. It's just a stylized version. So that's the Philadelphia one. We don't have the double die on it. This is the Denver one. It's not going to have a double die on it, but we do have it worn down to the zinc down here. And we actually wore down to the zinc on his tie. And you all know already probably, but Lincoln does wear a bow tie. As it gets so worn out, you can't tell it's a bow tie, but it clearly is. Now, what were these other ones we had there? Well, this one's really interesting and really shiny. And we can tell that it's an S coin just by looking at it without even knowing. And that's because it's polished differently than a regular coin. So we see 1995 S. So the S coin here in a proof 65, so this is a proof coin, came from a proof set. And a proof 65, if it was in great condition, would be worth about $3 to $4. They made 2.7 million of them. The uncirculated sets, and this is an uncirculated Denver Mint set, and you can see one of the reasons we pulled them from the set, and because the sets were falling apart and actually messing up the coins. But the uncirculated Denver Mint sets, you probably could get about $4.50 for them. The double die version, if you can find that Philly double die version, is worth somewhere between $20 and $60 generally in a circulated coin. But let's take a look at this one. So this is the one we got, the uncirculated version, and this is not a double die either, so we're not going to make any big bucks. But this one, Philadelphia, and in Mint State 65 would be worth probably $5. So each of these would be worth probably $5 in Mint State 65. And if you could get a proof state 65 of this one, which this one's really close, that'd be worth about 350. It's one of those ones where the circulated coins are sometimes worth more than the proof coins, simply because they're so hard to find. People use a lot of names for these. Sometimes this is called the proof coin or proof strike. Sometimes it's called the satin finish. And you can see how Lincoln on here is set so he doesn't shine, whereas on these coins he does shine. And when you set it so he doesn't shine, you sometimes give it a little more polishing so you don't see the beard and some of the other features as well, but the eyes look amazing compared to the eyes on this one, which the way that it's set up, and this might have been a lot of strikes into it, this isn't quite as fancy a coin. So when you're looking for them, look for the no mint mark, Philadelphia. Look for the double die obverse. It's seen best in the G and in the Liberty over here on L and the I. If you want to see a really good one, go to PCGS, which is a coin grading website. And PCGS has one that has just great double die on it. And they have a double die on the website that's listed as sold for $2,760 in February of this year, February 4th of this year. All right, have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comments section.